Hey guys, it's Steph, and it's been a crazy week here at Allen Acres, but I wanted to take a few minutes today to share a special announcement with you guys about our family and also to talk about a question we get a lot. Why did we choose a big family?
Hi, my name is Stephanie. I am a mom of 7 and I homeschool. We live on a small 5-acre homestead in a tiny Texas town where we pick farm fresh eggs, milk our goats, and make as much food from scratch as we can. We love spending lots of time outside, learning new ways to live a healthy life, and enjoying all the good things God has given us. Here I'll share about parenting, homeschooling, homesteading, family favorite recipes, and testimonies of God's faithfulness. If you enjoy a tight-knit family, real life moments, and the pursuit of a joy-filled life, you're in the right place. I hope you'll join me on my journey to a happy, healthy home life.
So, it's been a really crazy week. We've had a lot go on. We had a trip to the emergency room in the wee hours of the morning. We've had a crazy work schedule for my husband who got heat exhaustion. We've had appointments. We've had Bible college campus interview and tour for our oldest. And it's been an exciting week. It's been a good week, but we've just had a lot going on. And so not sure how long this is going to be for you guys. It may be short and sweet this week, but I thought it would be a fun topic to talk about. We have gotten this question a lot over time. Either why did you choose such a big family, or how do you do it, or are you done having kids? Those types of questions. And some people get really offended by this. I don't. I think people are just curious. Some people are like, it is none of anybody's business how many children I want to have. And while I can't disagree with you on that necessarily, I really think that for a lot of people, it's a question that comes from curiosity, especially when you have a lot of children, which our American culture, I think the average is 2.5 children, or maybe even less than that now. And so when you have more than 2.5 children, I think it piques people's curiosity even more about, why you have as many kids as you do and why would you want to have more of them. So I thought it'd be a fun question to address and just kind of expound on just a little bit. I actually asked my husband if he wanted to join me for this video and share his thoughts, but anybody that knows him well knows that he doesn't love to be the center of attention, and he quickly turned me down. So I'm sure I'll get him on here one day, but today is not that day. And it was funny because I told him what the video was going to be about, and he was like, that's actually a really good question. Why do we have so many kids? His response was funny though, because in some ways our family has grown very quickly and much differently than we had kind of anticipated. So to address this question, I feel like it would be appropriate to kind of take you back a little bit. My husband and I had talked about when we first got married. I want to say we said something like 4 or 5 kids. He's one of 4. He's actually the baby of 4. I'm the baby of 4. But what's funny about that is I actually remember as a child and even as a young teenager telling my mom that I wanted to have like a lot of kids. I think at one point I told her I wanted to have 12 kids, like cheaper by the dozen. It just sounded so fun to me. But then, of course, when we actually got married, I remember we just kind of, thought, oh, 4 or 5 kids, whatever. So I guess just after a few months after our 3rd anniversary, we welcomed our first child into the world. And I just remember holding him, and he was just a few weeks old. And I just remember having a conversation with my husband, and we just talked about how in love we were with this little baby. And I just remember thinking I feel like I could do this a million times over. And so we never had a conversation about we're gonna have this many kids. We never swore that we were gonna have a whole football team of children. We just kind of said we just want to keep having kids, and we want to enjoy it. We want to enjoy them. We want to keep having babies. And so we just kind of took it one at a time. We had our second child a year and a half after our first. And then we had our third child 21 months after we had our second child. So we had 3 ages 3 and under. And then when we were expecting our fourth child is when we got our older girls. So we went from 3 to 6 kids in a 6 month period. So, so that was the part of our story that we obviously really were not anticipating. We had kind of always talked about wanting to adopt. At some time, we really thought it would be like after we were done having our own biological children, and we certainly didn't think it was going to be like teenagers. But obviously, God had a specific plan to fulfill that dream in our heart of adopting. That is how we happened to uh, come upon this large family, and we are very grateful. There is so much joy and so much fulfillment and so much just excitement, like a buzz around our house, because there's always people. We know that a big family is not for everyone. We know we've gotten the looks. Sometimes people ask and they're asking and they're so sweet and they tell us, "Oh, you're so blessed," and they're very encouraging. And then other times people have more negative opinions or concerned opinions. And so we've kind of gotten the gamut on those. But overall, I really think people love to see, big families. We truly believe that when God says children are a gift from the Lord, we believe that that is true. They are a gift. You may have guessed it by now, but our family special announcement is we are expecting another baby. And we are so excited. Something that's really special about this baby, though I think all babies are very special, is that last year, just a little over a year ago, my husband and I's lives were radically changed. We experienced and encountered God in a whole new way. We've both been in the church our whole lives, but we encountered God in a completely new and fresh way. And shortly after this, my husband began having visions and dreams and having prophetic words. And one of the prophetic words that he spoke over us was that we were going to have an eighth child. God had been showing him some things about numbers, different numbers, and the meanings that numbers have in the Bible. And I remember him coming to me and telling me that we were going to have an eighth child because eight was the sign of new beginnings, and that this child was going to be kind of like a symbol of our new life that God had kind of ordained in us. I'm not going to go into like great detail about what the last year of our lives has been like. That will be for another video, but anybody that knows us personally knows that the last year of our life has been very interesting. And so when we actually found out that we were having this baby, our first reaction was a little bit of shock. And my husband actually laughed when I told him. He laughed, and he quickly said, I can't worry because I prophesied about this baby, and so I know that this is obviously a gift from the Lord. And so we are excited. I am just now coming out of the fog of that first trimester. Exhaustion, fatigue, and nausea seem to be kind of rounding the corner on that, which I'm very grateful for. And we are excited to welcome this baby sometime in January. Thank you so much for watching this short and sweet video this week. If you haven't already, feel free to like it. And then if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I get out a new video every Thursday on things like homeschooling, homesteading, motherhood, family favorite recipes, and pretty much anything that is related to a happy, healthy home life. Thanks so much for watching.